finally my favorite, the California Poppy. This is a great one. So if you want, you can always mark out, you know, a little bit. If not, you can just go in straight with the brush. But I'm gonna have the flower be here. And so I'm just gonna give myself a little guide. I want one branch like this. The leaves kind of remind me of parsley. I don't know, like if you garden, but if you do, okay, it's very helpful to know. This one. And they have these really cool little looking pods before they open. They're like a little elf hat. So cute. That's kind of big. Should be a little smaller. Yeah, it's a little smaller than that. It's more slender. Super cute little shape. Okay, I'll add the little parsley leaves. I'm just gonna do. That's probably good. And then it's good to notice the structure. So like these have one stem, and then there's 3 main ones, and then there's off of those there's a couple of little. This one's just a shoot. And then that one's plain. Okay, that's good. Good enough. We're gonna need our tiny brush, tiniest one. Oh, this one's better, tiny. I'm gonna do like a olive green first. I'm just gonna put it straight on. I'm not gonna mix the color. And I'm gonna kind of do like pretty strong pigment for that line. And then I'm gonna do all the left side that. I'll explain in a second. And if it starts to get too dry, just get a little bit more water. If it's dry, you kind of get like, it looks kind of like a crayon-y look. I mean, unless you want that, but I don't want that right now. And then this one. This one. It's always that balance of like a perfect amount of water and color. And then this one. This one. Can always get rid of this pencil later. So that's that one. Now I'm gonna grab, and I love how in watercolor, like if that dries, I'll just add some water to that in a second. I'm gonna get a different green, and that's a little brighter than I want, so I'm gonna mix a little bit of black into it. It's kind of like forest green with a little black, and that's gonna be, not that much water. That's gonna be a good one for this other side. I'm gonna go like super close to it. That's why having really awesome brushes is key. Boop. It's like such a slender branch, but I don't want to miss this part about it by just doing one. I'm gonna go behind that one. I'm gonna start being better about behind that one. I shouldn't have gone over like that. Actually, you know what? It's too late, so I'm gonna go over it. It's gonna be in front now. And just like that, there's no problem. Same with this one. And I'm doing all these on the right side because you always want to think about like shadows and stuff. The tiny ones, they get more slender, so you don't need to like, for this plant, keep it so thick. Oh boy, that was like, I might even turn that into another branch. That was so bad. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm gonna give this guy a little wiggly thing. Kind of has like a dark, okay. And then I wanna come in and do, it's actually pretty like bright spring green on the inside. It's nice. That's why I've been looking forward to doing this one. The colors are so pretty, even in the foliage. And I'm gonna do the stems because the leaves are gonna like cover over it. So I'm gonna go in here and get this green, which is a bit much for what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna add this spring yellow to it. Get that in there. Yellow it out a little bit. And then I'm even gonna do two versions of this. For the stem, I'm gonna do just a watery version down the middle and kind of blend these out together. I want it watery because I want to pick up what I did before into it. If that makes sense. I might even add more water. You can always add more water. You can't back off from too much water. I mean, you can if you like dab it, but I prefer not to do that. And you can always go darker with watercolor. That worked pretty good. This is more like just a layer. I'm just kind of like dotting my eyes here, getting these bright green layers in, but it's not gonna look like that always. Okay. Now, I kind of wanna do a hybrid of these two, so I'm gonna just pull that into there and go back over it one more time, because I really only want that to be bright like that. And it's not thick on the pigment. I'm just tracing back through. It's a pretty watery mix of color. And I could have definitely, you can definitely just do a single straight line. I think I got a little too plant nerdy about it and wanted to like capture all these colors, but you needn't. Especially if you're doing it maybe smaller. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the foliage, but I'm gonna do something crazy. So there's these watercolor pencils. They're amazing. I love them so much. I'm gonna get this olive green one, and I'm gonna get this kind of, they're calling it grass green. I'm gonna do the little parsley leaves. Like loosely. It's kind of like a little ribbon. That's really bright. I'm not a fan of that. That is not exactly. I haven't used these pencils in a while, so I forgot. I'm gonna switch this. Here's my other green. Oh, that's the only green? Okay, I'm gonna have to just, for continuity, I'm gonna have to go with that now. It's like these little scrubby fanny things. If you don't know what parsley looks like, I don't know, just imagine. There's like little ones, and there's big ones. They look like tiny little trees, really. And like I could sit here and like do them all perfect, but they might lose their like cute fluffiness. So I'm just gonna do them like a little looser. Yeah. And then I'm gonna come in with the olive. Kind of pinch that out. Fill it. These are really cool, so it's like really dry, and then when I go over it with water, it's gonna, I'll add the little leaf. It's gonna fill it in. It's really cool. But you can still leave parts of it that have the detail. There's a little bit more ratio. Also, like, kind of glance back and look at if you're using a real flower, if you're using a painting, and see, is there more foliage than that? You can even come over. It's really nice for blending what you have. And like, oh yeah, this is like a little shoot of yeah, that looks pretty good. And I'm gonna come back through. I forgot. This is like a weird long. Like, this is what it looks like when the flower has died. I kind of like to get all the like different parts of the flower, like of its timetable. So that's what this is going to be. It's going to be one that is dead. The petals fell off. Okay, cool. Now there's this, well, I think I'm just going to get into the flower. And I'm going to use this again, this orange watercolor pencil. And I'm going to get it a little bit wet. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but I like it. So, you're going to do the bottom petal, like its little ruffles. Really small ruffles, though. There. And then you've got the center. And then you've got like a triangle, but it's delicate, so take care not to make like these really straight lines. Just kind of almost shake your hand on purpose. And then these petals are apart from each other. That's important. And in, and then apart from each other. And then a little ruffle, and then in. That's not too bad. And then there's a little bit of underneath here that, yeah, that's good. And it has a super cool like ombre effect, so I'm gonna start out with the pencil from the center out. Start making like a dark orange over here. Right, with this. Is that the right red? Yeah, with the bright red. Don't pick up the pink red. Sometimes I do that by accident. Okay. Alright, and you can always go darker and you can always go bigger. So I'm gonna try to keep it small. Right here in the center. This ruffle underneath it is dark, but the ruffle is not. So I gotta take care to leave that. This flat brush is working both ways. Okay, good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Now I'm gonna make. I'm gonna meet in the middle. Instead of trying to just keep going this way, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna come in and do the yellow. I think it's gonna be a little bit of this goldenrod. Yeah, definitely, but not beautiful. I'm gonna add the like lemony summery yellow to it. Oh, that's so perfect. It's a little bit, a lot of water. Okay, and I'm gonna meet them. So I'm gonna come from this edge with the yellow. Load it. I could just paint poppies all day. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I went to this garden tour 2 days ago, and they had opium poppies growing, and I don't think I've ever seen one before. They were gorgeous, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do one now that I thought of that. That would be a really cool one to do. Okay, there's no yellow in the middle, but I'm gonna do this anyway, and then come back with the orange. And I just want a feeling that it's like merging in the center. What's going on here? Okay, so the inside of that curl is smooth. I'll fix that with the pencil. Now, instead of adding, well, no, yeah, I'm gonna add one more third color. I'm gonna do a light orange. So I'm gonna take this orange and this yellow, squeegee. I don't know if it's a technical term, but I squeegee a lot. And I'm gonna just stay in those three. I'm not gonna blend it yet because it's still a little wet and I don't want it to like run towards me. And I wanna leave those yellow parts. Get some more orange in here. Okay, now this is where I'm really good at adding like too much water and having a catastrophe. So I'm gonna stop adding water and paint, and I'm gonna try to pull these guys together without getting the yellow muddy. And then I'm gonna stop. Well, no. I'm gonna just add some more orange. This brush is great for the poppy. Okay, now, there's kind of like some black going on, but it's so detailed. I'm gonna let that dry, okay? There's these little frilly bits that I'm gonna use this dark orange. Ooh, actually, there's a little bit of black mixed in. Ooh, not that much. Goodness gracious, all right. Yeah, it's like a black and orange. No water. Oh my god. This little frill is so cute. I was looking forward to that. And then at the bottom, when the flower falls off, the frill is even a little bit more of a ring. It's so cute. This is like the center where the flower petals were coming off. I like it. You're cute. I'll let it dry for a second. Hurry up. I'm losing my light. Oh, hold on. Okay. There needs to be like some orange in this. Really? Okay. Now, I think I can finish it. I try to do these quick too for you guys so that you're not like looking at a video and it's like 2 hours long. Oh no, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use super small micron. See if it's working. Make sure it's not too wet. And there's like these little hairs. Oh no, it's wet. That's so sad. I'm gonna do a little bit, not a lot, but like of these ruffles because they're so delicate. I don't know if they're gonna get seen. since I had to use it for the inside, it's just, it kind of makes sense to bring it into like a different part of it. I'm gonna go here and do this little ring. Oh, this pen. It's failed me not more than, I think I need to get a new one of that. This is just a little bit bigger, but it'll do. There's like these frillies. Okay, let's finish this. It's like a cup, so I'm gonna curl them up now, and just like that. Whoop. And then do the little ones in the middle. Oh, I just love poppies. There's these fields in California. There's like just, actually I think it's on the front of my website, just poppies everywhere. Literally, like, I think it was like a 4-hour walk through poppies. It just was like so amazing. I love them. So just do a couple more little wiggles, and then I'm going to, might be a little risky, but I'm gonna add a little bit more color up to the line and get rid of any yellow that, I just want it in the tips, and then maybe like, you know, now that it's dried a bit, I can come back in and perfect it, but that's pretty much, that's a quick poppy. Alright, let's get a little darker. Right in here. I'm doing little lines because I don't want to like, it's easier to not go too crazy when you're doing like dots or lines when you're trying to fill in something that is pretty much almost done. I just want a little bit more, you know, darkness in the center. That's pretty good. And then I'm gonna do like one going all the way up. Oh boy, or all the way down. I don't know. And then I'm gonna do a thin one next to it. That's pretty good. And then a couple in this curl. Oh, it's getting dry, and I don't want to have too much water. Ooh. That's not bad. That's a little harsh though. I'm going up into the yellow, right? So I don't want to go. Direction is huge. I'm painting. Okay, and then since we're doing pretty good, I'm gonna go back through and make these stems a little bit more smooth, because I don't know if you can see on the camera, but like when it's dry you get that kind of chalky, crayon-y thing, and I don't really want that. Sometimes you do. Not right now. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. I want to go over the foliage. See how cool that is? And like, however much water you add to the foliage, you can still leave behind with these watercolor pencils some of the lines. It's really cool. So it's kind of reverse. Like without them, you would like add detail after you fill in this part, but I thought it would work good for these leaves. Ooh, too much water. Nice. And then you can even start, oh, well, not that, don't do that. Adding like some paint ones. And then this, my last one. Even this. Just be careful, don't get it. Don't touch the red. That was a risky little move.